do you want?
Peter Barlow, I'm arresting you on suspicion of the murder of Tina McIntyre.
What?
You do not have to say anything, but it may harm your defence if you do not mention, when questioned, something you later rely on in court. Anything
Dad,
you do say
what
may
are
be
you
used in
doing?
evidence.
It's all right, Si. This is a mistake.
No! Si, leave him alone! Si, there's nothing we can do. Let's go on, come on.
It's all right, son. It's all right. That was my kid.
I'm sorry, the car's waiting.
This is ridiculous. I haven't done anything wrong.
The penny seems to have dropped at last. You must be relieved.
Been dreading this.
It was inevitable.
I want to bet you're really pleased, aren't you? Because it gets Our Lady of Underworld off the hook.
Carla's innocent. He's guilty.
I can't get my head round him being a killer. I mean, I've lived among murderers. I think I'd know one if I saw one.
So how do you explain the charm being in the outhouse?
I can't, because I didn't put it there. I wasn't even living over there at the time.
But you would have known Mr. and Mrs. Barlow left their outhouse unlocked.
Yeah, maybe. So what?
So you would have known there was somewhere to hide the items you stole from the flat. Somewhere you could easily return to without causing suspicion.
Listen, you can concoct all the stories you like, OK? But I didn't do it.
But you agree the bracelet must have been in the outhouse at some point?
Yeah, it looks that way.
A bracelet that has your fingerprints on it.
Well, I must have picked it up, you know, when it was lying around the house.
Do you know why you might have been handling the bracelet?
Well, I've just said. I don't recall doing it, but obviously I did.
Try to remember, Peter, this is very important.
What do you want me to say? But do you want me to make something up? Because that would be the easiest thing in the world to do, but I'm trying to tell you the truth. Or you're not interested in that?
You made your feelings about Miss McIntyre quite plain at the funeral.
Yeah, and I regret that.
I'm sure you do. She was an inconvenience you wanted rid of.
But I've never pretended otherwise, have I? I didn't want her in my life anymore, and I didn't want her to tell Carla about the affair. Guilty as charged.
I'm a woman of the world, Peter. I can't imagine your wife's the easiest to live with, so you wanted a bolt hole. But things got out of hand. You needed to shut Tina up any way you could.
I tried to reason with her, but she wasn't having it. Come on, look, we've been through all this.
You admit you had a blazing row, and then she scratched your face. Then, a little while later, you're seen fleeing her flat in a state. A little while after that, she's found half dead.
Look, I'm not stupid. I know what it looks like, but when I left that flat, Tina was alive, right? She was alive and kicking.
So then what did you do?
You know what I did? I went and told Carla everything. Something I'd only do if I thought Tina was going to tell her.
So you said, but you didn't go straight to your wife. You were seen entering the ginnel, is that correct?
Yeah, I needed a smoke, calm my nerves down.
Did anyone see you actually in the ginnel?
No, not that I know of. I wasn't there long.
You went to your father's outhouse, dropped off the stuff, and went back to the pub. That's what really happened, isn't it, Peter?
No, it's not.
You went back later, grabbed the evidence, but in the dark, in a hurry, you didn't see the top hat charm. And you dropped the bracelet by the gate.
No, I didn't.
So can someone account for your movements that night? Because we certainly couldn't find you.
It's because I went out drinking. I'd had a shot, come on.
Where did you go drinking?
I don't know, I can't remember. I was hammered.
You can't remember much, can you, Peter? Or maybe you just don't want to.
The background, the timeline, the physical evidence in the outhouse, it all points one way.
Yeah? Well, maybe you've got to work a bit harder then, because it's the wrong way.
Then give us something to work with. A reason to disregard everything else we've managed to uncover, because so far you've not done yourself any favours.
That's not a question. You don't have to respond to that.
You know what, she meant a lot to me, Tina. For a while. Everything else crashing down around my ears, and when I was with her, it seemed miles away. Like it was somebody else's problem. And life seemed easy.
Until she chose to complicate it by wanting more.
You know, what I'm trying to get across is, you know, no matter how much I wanted Tina out of my life, I cared about her. You know, I would never have hurt her, not in that way. I would never have hurt her.
For the benefit of the tape, PC Mead has asked to speak to myself and Detective Sergeant Hawthorne. Interview paused at 20:29.
Excuse us.
Where are they?
If they're much longer, I'll make some inquiries.
So how long are they allowed to hold me for?
It depends. Given the nature of the offence, they can detain you without charge for anything up to 96 hours.
96 hours?
Sorry about that. If you could sit yourself down, Peter.
Interview with Peter Barlow resumed at 21:32. Detective Constable Vanner and Detective Sergeant Hawthorne are the interviewing officers.
We've been waiting nearly an hour. This is totally unacceptable.
We were with forensics.
In addition to the missing charm, we also found traces of dried blood in your father's outhouse. These have now been analysed and they match a sample taken from Tina McIntyre. In light of this, do you want to revise or add to anything you've told us so far?
All right. In addition to the mountain of circumstantial evidence against you, we now have strong reason to believe the murder weapon was concealed in the outhouse at number 1 Coronation Street, along with goods stolen from Miss McIntyre's flat. Goods that include a bracelet with your fingerprints all over it.
So I'll ask you again, Peter. Is there anything else you want to tell us?
No. I've told you everything I know.
Interview terminated 21:35.
So is that it?
No, we need you to accompany us downstairs to the charge desk.
What did you say? Are you charging me?
We've spoken to CPS, so if you'd like to follow me.
No, you can't do this. Look, I've told you, right? You've got the wrong man.
Ask your client to comply, please.
You need to do as they ask, Peter.
Well, you expect me to go calmly downstairs while they put a noose around my neck? No way! No way! God, you can't do this! You can't do this!